r/AskReddit, doctors of Reddit, what was the most craziest thing you found in a patient? X-ray tech here. We had one where a patient stuffed a bottle of maple syrup up his butt, and you could tell the brand was Aunt Jemima from the X-ray. You got a lot to learn about pancakes. Aunt Jemima, or Pearl Milling Co. now, is corn syrup, not maple syrup. Source, am Canadian. At least it wasn't that Canadian maple leaf-shaped syrup bottle. Gonorrhea of the colostomy, where the patient was letting others stick their dicks for meth money. This is the most fucked I think in this whole thread. Wow, I assume they needed the colostomy due to meth abuse too. Well, when I was posted in the forensics department during my medical school, I once got the opportunity to see a slug lodged in the trachea of a dead man. Yep, that's how he had died. He choked on a slug while trying to eat it whole, and raw. Oh, and he also had 2 chilies in his pocket, which the residents assumed he was gonna eat while eating the slug to make it more spicy. I definitely thought you were using slug as slang for bullet. 24-inch dildo into the colon. It reached the left upper quadrant, near the ribs, of the abdomen from the rectum. I was honestly impressed. Edit, it was beige colored, with poop. What a pro, LOL. As an intern, I saw a patient with a horrible open abdominal wound that wouldn't heal, and horrible hygiene with no self-care. He came into the ED due to abdominal pain, and we found about 12 maggots buried into and crawling in his large open wound. Give them a gold medal. Largest I've seen is 18. It was sparkly pink and battery powered, had been in for 72 hours and had long since died. Needed new batteries. 24 inches. Wow. I fell and I slipped in the bath and a shampoo bottle went up my arse. No, Steve, it didn't. You saw the head and shoulders bottle and wanted to see if you could add another body part to the product. If you ever meet a proctologist at a party, don't walk, plant yourself there. You're gonna hear some of the funniest stories you've ever heard. You see? No one wants to admit they stuck something up there. Every proctologist's story ends the same way. It was 1,000,000 to 1 shot, doc. 1,000,000 to 1. My uncle is a doctor. He told me about the time he found a fork and knife inside a patient. How it got there or through which orifice it came in through I was never told, nor do I want to think about it, but I know that he doesn't like to tell the story. Someone was eating that booty politely. And GT, fork and knife. The most horrifying part of the whole story, for me. Only 12. That's rookie numbers. Another patient. What the hell is this thing? Doctor, that's a baby. Oh. Yeah, seeing someone with their fist stuck up their partner's ass was a fun day. Hannibal Lecter's doctor? Drug paraphernalia / drug packets aren't uncommon. I saw someone get an entire beak of a giant lawn art chicken statue stuck in their eye. That was unique. I don't know what to tell you, there, Bobo. Either this kid has a light bulb up his butt or his colon has a great idea. If you've not seen it, check out r/explainlikeitrecox. Love Scrubs. Junior Mint. It's very refreshing. I have a frequent flyer who enjoys systematically inserting needles and straightened out paper clips up his urethra and then coming to the hospital to get them removed. Cutaneous diphtheria eating away at the PTS leg. I'm curious. I know diphtheria is usually a respiratory illness, and that its vaccine is included in standard childhood shots. Was the patient not vaccinated? Does the vaccine's effectiveness lessen over time, or was the site of the infection not protected by the vaccine? Not a DR, but I worked at a hospital as a phlebotomist. One night a man came in with a toy plastic broccoli up his butt, like from a kid's play kitchen. He was the talk of the hospital for a couple days. What radiologists see when you x-ray people's asses? Coke bottles, Captain America figures, vegetables, small vermin. People always fell on it accidentally. EMT here. I've had a homeless guy who complained about numbness and inability to move his legs. Upon further inspection there was more parasite and bacterial infection than leg, literally had to use a trash bag to prevent the maggots from getting everywhere. Xylazine is a hell of a drug. Oh my. That's horrendous. I can't even imagine the smell of that guy. A curtain rod. A couple got frisky on Valentine's Day. Ended the night in the ER with a curtain rod in his butt. It was something. I mean, if they're into really historically accurate creations and Dracula, I could see where this might be a Halloween issue. I'm not a doctor, but my father is an ER physician. He told me a story one time about how a young adult man came in with his mother complaining of severe stomach pain. The young man claimed to not know why, so my dad ordered x-rays. Turns out there was a mannequin hand lodged in this man's prostate, maybe. I'm not a physician and he told me the story years ago, so I can't exactly remember. Young fellow was fisting himself with a mannequin hand and lost it up his bum. Woman came into the ER complaining of severe abdominal pain. On ultrasound they found 2 rolls of camera film in her vagina. She looked shocked and said that she put them up there 4 months prior and must have forgot to take them back out. Friend is a nurse on psych ward. Had an old guy who liked shoving AAA batteries in his urethra. Eek. I hope the film was in a little plastic container. There was an SNL skit with Louis C.K. that was pretty funny in 2014 where he's at a doctor's appointment and is overly concerned there might be a Darth Vader action figure in his ass. Sure enough, not myself, but a colleague had to remove a Darth Vader from someone's rectum around the same time. They'd seen the episode and wanted to test it out. The limbs made it hard to remove. A live cockroach in an ear. Pro tip, if you ever think you have a bug in your ear, do not shine a light in looking for it. It will likely run from the light. Instead pour a little alcohol in the ear and flush it out. My mom was an ER nurse and someone had shoved an entire wine bottle up their ass. The bottle created a giant suction, and it had started to pull their intestines out when they attempted to remove it. They had to drill a hole in the base of the bottle to kill the suction, and then remove the bottle from their asshole. It was a Pinot Noir at least. This whole other human just growing in there. It was wild. Couch cushion, a single Connect 4-piece, and half a roll of pennies, different patients. A mango, a big mango. It's same one hand in his ass. I tried to forget that for many years. Maggots in mouth, scalp, foot, breast. It's creepy and disgusting. That's called a decomposing corpse. The feeling my entire body just went through reading that and thinking about it was insane. I'm pretty sure my dick packed up and left. 3 limes. One on top of each other encased on a condom. Unfortunately not a doctor, just the friend who delivered the lime man to the ER. Not a doctor, but I have to look at x-rays in my role in patient treatment. Dude had a bit of a run-in with a tree stump grinder. There was a straight-up small branch embedded in his calf. That said, most of the calf was hanging off his lower limb, and he had to go in for surgical debridements of the leg almost daily because trees are not very sterile and have a lot of splinters. My brother had a guy come into his ER several years ago, and found an infection in his urethra. Upon further examination, this guy intentionally stuck a catheter in to bypass the urinary tract, and the other end was hooked up to a bag of wine. Yes, he made it so he pees out wine as a party trick and people drink it. WTAF. Upvoting and replying to this so more people have to suffer by seeing this. Took me a while. You're not a flight attendant. Jesus Christ. Hello everyone. Thanks for sticking to the end of this video. I really appreciate it. I just wanted to humbly ask you to subscribe to the channel. According to my statistics, 100% of my viewers in the past 28 days are not subscribed. I have always wanted this channel to reach 1000 subscribers, and if you want to support and be a part of that, subscribe. It's free and it's an awesome way to support the channel. Thanks again. Reddit glitch out.